never been a more disrespectful line than the next man telling you the taste of your girl's lips. Look at Peter's eyes right now. There is nothing else to do but to catch these feelings. He's gonna follow up with the left of pure hatred. And all the OGs know this is the original.
1A! 1A!
Giving that straight right.
RickWa reacts! What up, folks? Tis RickWa, and for this video's reaction, I'll be reacting to proof these characters sucked at being villains. And this is by Codenamesuper. Oh, yo. And now, first things first, before continuing on, if y'all don't want to hear my yapping and you want to just skip straight to the start of the initial video of this reaction video, then the timestamps are in the description below. So just making sure to let y'all know of that. But continuing on. So, on the thumbnail, it had showed Vegeta, Harry Osborn, and Sasuke. And I think, yeah, no, it was just Harry Osborn, Sasuke, and Vegeta, but with like 3 pictures of Vegeta. This was Harry Osborn from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Oh man, I gotta say, yo, when it comes to Codenamesuper's commentary, recap, and analysis on certain fights, or, you know, scenes in either anime, movies, TV shows, and so on and so forth, it's definitely absolutely f***ing hilarious, and it is quite the treat to watch and react to say the least, especially with how he does his commentary, and including with his meme and sound effect incorporation within the mix as well too. So there's that concept as well. But the concept that he's basically shitting on specific characters that sucked at being villains. They sucked at being villains, then they ended up becoming heroes, like, after all that. Oh, man. But I know I'm fit to be in for quite a treat involving this one, to say the least, so there's that part. But either way, I'm not going to keep on yapping, folks, and I'm going to switch over to the green screen webcam real quick for y'all. There we go, folks. Also, I hope all of y'all are having a wonderful day today, and of course, please be sure to check out and support Codenamesuper within his content creation journey, along with any other content creators that I react to, and making sure to check out and support them within their content creation journeys. But real quick before I get started here, if y'all like this kind of content on my reaction channel, of course, please be sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below, you know, so we're getting things lively and poppin' and interesting within the comment section, like what you found to be funniest, or what references I might have missed, or something positive, or even a super comment if you so wish, and including a video request as well. And if y'all have not already yet, of course, please be sure to smack that subscribe button and the bell button so that y'all know when it is that I'm uploading new content onto my reaction channel. And the support is always very much so greatly appreciated thus far and going forward. Y'all are amazingly awesome, folks.
Okay.
And as well too, you know, please be sure to share it around with your friends or family, whatever you so choose to do. And of course, please be sure to check out my Patreon, because you get a lot of extra benefits on there compared to just being a YouTube subscriber. So make sure to let y'all know of that. And lastly, if y'all want a guaranteed reaction to your video request, you can go about and become a member of the RickWa Reacts to Your Video Request tier, which is available as the pinned post on my Patreon, and I will put the details of that on the screen here, so you can, you know, give the video a pause real quick and read through those details real quick. But enough of my yapping, and without further ado, let's get started on this video from Codenamesuper, being proof these characters sucked at being villains. Let's do it to it, folks. Shall we?
Oh, nah.
Oh
Now
no!
Sometimes some things are just not for you.
Yo.
You are just not built for it. Your purpose and energy can really be put
that's
into
a new
something
start.
else, something more positive. Sometimes you're just not the demon you think you
Damn,
are.
you're
and
not
for these
him.
characters, the signs were a little bit too obvious.
Okay, so these seems to be.
So first off,
Harry
we got Harry
Osborn.
Osborn. So the first point I want to make is his op just washes him too
Harry,
bad.
anytime he fights
Even if you're not
Spider-Man.
stronger than him, like Joker versus Batman, you're not gonna say Batman just washes Joker.
Oh.
He has other means of getting to him, and it be working. Moving
Yeah.
hospitals, taking his sidekick and repeatedly hitting him with a crowbar, and just murking people in general.
Yeah.
But as for Harry, nah. Any type of encounter, he will get shit on.
Yo.
Look here. So in Spider-Man 3, in his first run of trying to be a villain, he's gonna go straight for Peter. On the same day he decides to marry MJ. Just look at how happy he is riding on his bike,
Yeah,
and then
he
Harry
was
comes from
very
behind
giddy.
and scoops him up.
Man.
And he starts immediately giving bro hints.
Damn.
I gotta give him slight credit too, because he did say on his IG story that if he sees Peter, it's on sight. Hey, bro, this does line up, because he was really in the middle of the
He
street.
sure
no
did
suit needed.
not
And like I
understand
said,
the
Harry was
concept
giving
that-
hints until he dropped the ring, and that's when it all went south. Peter locked in. Because
Yeah, Harry certainly did not understand the concept that Norman basically was the one that put his own self due to his glider, or due to him trying to get his glider, Spider-Man in the first one, but Spider-Man said, "Oh, I got my Spidey sense. You ain't fit to get me." Oh, man. But continuing on, I just had to bring up that concept.
after that, he stops getting hit and cranks up the offense, webbing Harry in the
Oh.
face, elbows him,
Damn.
and then sweeps the leg to pick him up, spin him around, and throw him off. That's sign number one. That ain't for you. He just made quick work of you. So Peter's
Sign
gonna try to
number one
escape
with the
through
spinning
alleyway,
sign.
and
I
Harry
respect
decides
it.
to follow him and say,
I'm still here, Peter!
and that gotta be one of his worst decisions, because he's going to throw all the explosives, and Peter makes quick work of them, webbing some of them, and then he's gonna take the very last one of them with the web,
swing
drag
it back.
and toss it at the grenade closest
Yeet.
to Harry, causing this massive explosion, covering his vision. And while all that happens, he was able to set up this Tom and Jerry ass trap.
Oh,
So he looks up, and then this happens.
wee!
Back the fuck up. And bro, Peter has me crying. He's gonna go down there and scream his name like he couldn't have stopped some part of
Damn.
that fall. Dude fell for 8 business days.
Fell
Man's
for
put in
8
more work to get his ring
business
back.
days.
Just look at how he was moving 2 minutes ago. He was willing to let Harry fall to his death and everything.
Damn.
But anyways, the fall was so bad that he conveniently forgets every reason why he was mad at Peter. Until later in the movie where he eventually does it. And this brings me to point number 2. That rage baiting shit when he tries to be like Joker or Reverse Flash, it just instantly backfires. If you're gonna rage bait and you're Harry Osborn, you gotta know he could take it, cause he will pull
That's
up on you. And you got to be
crazy. Yo, that's batshit crazy. Chucking a whole big ass wine bottle or champagne bottle only for it to not break on impact, but the cork go boof, and then the bottle just comes right back to you. Yo, that's it. That's insane. I just had to bring up that concept real quick, cause yo. Plus, the sound effects were definitely spot on. Just with the way Harry Osborn was just getting got by that Tom and Jerry ass trap. Oh man, I'm definitely enjoying this so far, but continuing on.
Like, think of a dude like Frieza. He was able to go out there and rage bait the whole Saiyan race because he knows
Yeah.
they're not gonna do shit. It was so safe on planet Vegeta. But let's
Yo.
look at when Harry Osborn tries to do
Yeah,
it.
in a
so
nutshell.
we're gonna fast forward to the part where he gets all his memory back. And the crazy part is, him forgetting everything had him moving as an even better villain over there.
Oh, wow.
Moving like the average work husband. His ass was
Damn.
out there doing the twist with her, spinning her around and shit, and even got himself
He
a
was
whole
trying to
smooch.
be
She
Mr.
instantly
Steal Your
regretted it
Girl.
and stormed out, and he didn't actually get his memory back until he took a sip of that. Had his ass tweaking. Man's looked in the mirror and saw his father. He's supposed to be dead as hell, talking about some
Don,
no,
Julio.
and that's when he decides to go right to her apartment, and he threatens MJ,
Yo!
forcing her to break up with Spider-Man the next day. She calls up Peter and tells him to meet him at the bridge to carry this out. And this plan was executed perfectly.
Yo!
She tells him it's over, and this dude try to change her mind by bringing out the ring. But the threat was too strong, it wasn't enough. She ran away. And this man Harry is gonna be back there talking about some bravo. That is beautiful execution right there. But this is where he bit off more than he could chew.
Damn.
Cause he had him. This man felt betrayed. But then you wanted to take it a step too far. Cause Harry's gonna invite Peter over for coffee just to tell him he's the other guy. Bro, what you on? What are you doing? No way you thought you could be out there talking to Big P like that. Man's is gonna storm out, turn back around. This man's gonna hit him with a smile and a wink. Then the car passes by and he disappears. You know his ass is hiding under the table. This man back here is looking right at him. In his head thinking,
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
but yeah, like I said, if you're gonna do
like,
shit
where
like
the
that, you
did
better
he
be ready
go?
for the repercussions. That man had Peter heated. If his landlord pulled up talking about some, where my rent? In this moment, he might have actually died.
Oh.
Look at this man's hands clasped together.
Oh.
That is the only thing stopping him from not leveling this whole building right now. But he decides to direct his anger at the man himself. Because later on in that day, he decides to give him a little visit. Harry's gonna pour up, and behind him we see Peter Parker just standing.
You mean Bully
menacing.
McGuire?
And Harry clearly doesn't know who he's dealing with, because he's gonna walk up and Peter's gonna say,
What did you do to her?
I did what you failed to do.
Oh.
I was there for her.
this is disgusting levels of rage bait. I can't lie. He has a good base. He knows how to get someone riled up.
Damn.
He could even get himself an instigating badge. But the issue still stands, though. He's pointing the gun directly at himself. And he's not even finished. Because he's then going to proceed to say,
She doesn't know what you are.
Peter, she knows me very well. And when she kissed me, it was just like she used to kiss me.
this is Peter right here trying to non-verbally warn you to watch your next words while you didn't get the message. Because he says this.
The taste. Strawberries.
God
To
damn.
this day, there has never been a more disrespectful line than a next man telling you the taste of your girl's lips. Look at Peter's eyes right now. There is nothing else to do but to catch these feelings. He's gonna follow up with a left of pure hatred. And all the OGs
damn.
know this is the original.
1A! 1A!
Giving him a straight right into the wall. And bro's first attempt of fighting back
Yo.
wasn't even with this. Bro upped the knife instantly. Yeah, he gotta be from the UK. You get into an altercation with him and bro might just bring out
He's
Excalibur.
from the UK.
He stops himself
Randomly
from
got
getting
a
completely
sword
stabbed.
slash
And
knife.
you know a shitty knife like this would probably run you $50 in Valorant.
Damn!
That game. He de-equips the knife and this man Harry really isn't playing fair. Cause he ups the arm blades, tries to slice him, but he kicks him
Wants
in
a
the face
Batman
and
type
kicks
of
him
time.
back into his wall. And Peter tries the full
Burf.
court press, running back in, but as you
Oop.
can see, Harry was not going for it. So he has to dodge 2
Oop.
attacks, and Harry connects this punch, causing him to
Damn.
look at us, and then
Yo.
he catches the blade. But Harry's like, nah, fuck that. Punches him into the wall, tries stabbing him, but his arm gets stuck. Peter's
Yep.
gonna come up from under, make him de-equip the
Damn.
blade, and look at this man's face before he absolutely rocks him.
Absolutely
Harry
just
catches the back fist,
raged
then kicks
out.
him away,
Damn.
causing him to slide on the table and fall on the floor. And then Harry's gonna hit him with this lame ass line, talking about some.
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Hold the phone. Was that a bottle of Henny that was on that table? Give me a moment, folks. I have to. Okay, no, that was not a bottle of Henny. It kind of looked like it, but that was not a bottle of Henny. That would have been funny as if it was. Maybe that might be a bottle of Don Julio. Sorry, I'm just thinking about my time at Evo last year when we were at the Airbnb, and just one of the friends that was staying with us at the Airbnb just constantly kept playing Don Julio songs and just had so many bottles of the Don on deck. Oh man, my apologies. I'll just start it from right here, even though it's, you know, backtracking a little bit, but y'all catch the drift. Continuing on.
Him to slide on the table and fall on the floor. And then Harry's gonna hit him with this lame ass line, talking about some.
How'd you like that, Spidey?
Damn.
Mind you, he wasn't doing that bad, but he wasn't doing that good to be saying all this.
Yeah.
Peter's gonna get up and Harry punches him. And Peter just like, oh nah, catches the next punch and
Yo.
kicks him out the door,
Damn.
causing glass to break and him to tumble. And the fall was so bad it had his ass talking like Dustin.
Protected you in high school, now I'm gonna kick your little ass.
Nah, getting reverse rage baited is crazy because he's gonna run in, get put in a headlock, and
Reverse
get thrown to the
rage
glass.
baited.
And just look at the rage behind this man's fist. Harry's
Damn.
gonna weave,
Ooh.
weave.
Damn.
Look, Got Peter mad as shit. He had to hit him with a back fist.
Damn!
Peter's gonna grab him, throw him to the bottom of the top
With
floor,
the
and
pimp
he hits
slap.
his head and falls
Damn!
down. Got Harry on the floor ready to cry, on the verge of tears. But Harry had to make sure that he couldn't be seen like that though. So he
Yo!
just tries to overly make himself look vicious. Peter should have hit bro with this again. Cause what are you actually doing? You are not the Green Goblin. Give it up. He charges at Peter,
Right.
but Peter's gonna tackle him and push him through this window. And it happens to be the location of the secret lair. I'm crying. That shit was in the living room. Green Goblin couldn't have put that shit anywhere else. He runs for the sword, and Peter weaves twice. Slashes the laptop, which activates his own board, to which Peter is gonna jump over the sword and push bro up, just so he could get hit. And
Damn.
look at his face. It screams nothing but pure horror, as he gets bonked in the head and sent into the nades. And at this point, Peter's the villain, bro. Because he's going to tell him how his father never loved him for real, clearly getting him visibly
Yo.
upset. And then he's going to say this to him.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
Mind you, he's saying all this with literal tears welling up in his eyes, literally looking like this. Harry gets up with rage and gets smacked back down. And this man just couldn't lie there and take his L. He just had to do this. Peter's gonna turn his back, and Harry's gonna pick up a grenade, try throwing it at him, but he
said,
takes it,
"Whoop,
throws it right back to him,
wham!"
and lets that shit bang. Yeah, nah, bro. After
Oof.
seeing all that, you are just not meant for this life. Look at where it got you. Look at your face right now. And he got the nerve to be mad. You set this up by constantly rage baiting him.
This is
that was
4K.
You had to go over there and tell him you were the guy. Then even when he pulls up to your house, you hitting him with lines like,
I was there for her.
and saying this,
How'd you like that, Spidey?
you basically just begging to be put under. And now let's look at Harry as a hero. It was just simply a way better use of his skills. When Peter was getting webbed by the neck and repeatedly hammered, it was looking like it was
Damn.
over. The crowd was losing hope, and I don't really know why they're even there for real. If I see an 80-foot tall sand monster and Venom, I'm not staying around to see if Spider-Man gonna win or not. I'm not trying to be collateral. As the crowd is about to accept reality that Hawkeye's gonna be their next hero,
Oh,
out of nowhere
damn.
comes a nade, putting a hole in Sandman's head, and he swoops in and sends Venom flying. Look at the
Yep.
sauce on this kick. It sends him flying back,
Boof.
crashing into rubble, and laid out
Yeah.
on his back. I haven't seen an entrance boost this good since Piccolo.
Damn.
The dude he pulls up on can be 80 times stronger than him, but it wouldn't matter.
He'll
'cause he
still
would always
just
come
try
in with
to
the
armor
sauce.
it.
This
Or
entrance
farming.
alone returned his lost aura, but he wasn't done there, because look at this beautiful chemistry that was displayed between these two. Venom is gonna lunge, and Sandman's gonna go in for a grab. So he says, give me your hand, grabbing him, kicking Sandman's hand, and he's gonna double kick Venom straight up.
Boof.
Just marvelous execution.
I get the pun.
And it leaves Harry to 1v1 Sandman, and he was giving him belt, using the fire from his board to turn his arm into glass, and then he smashes it into pieces. He's gonna send missiles to finish it off, and you know the script writers were in there like, hey, fuck it.
We
'Cause 2
cooking.
missiles to make this man stand there and completely disassemble shouldn't be enough. But hey,
Yeah.
Sandman down, I guess. But yeah, that's 5 minutes of being a hero, and he was able to beat a major villain. And we cannot forget, in the last minutes, he displays his true hero tendencies. As when Peter Parker's about to get stabbed, Harry's gonna jump in
And
saving
take
his
one
life.
for the
Shit was
team.
so selfless he couldn't believe he did that shit either. Yeah, bro, this is where you're meant to be. Congratulations. Here's
You
your
played
free ticket to
yourself.
that Michael Jackson concert.
Yo!
No, for real though. In 5 minutes, you gained your aura back. You defeated
Oh.
Sandman, did a valiant sacrifice as compared to your shitty villain career, where all you did was read this bastard. This is really where your line of work should have been. But anyways, next.
Damn.
So here we got Sasuke Vegeta. For a dude who keeps on emphasizing on how he wants to be alone and shit, he would have genuinely be dead already. Like, these ninja that he wants to travel around the world and pick fights with just do not play like that.
Nope.
The third Raikage was willing to sacrifice his whole arm and then his whole body just to see this man gone. Like,
Damn.
that's the literal embodiment of,
I hate you, nigga. Let's die.
Yo.
and this man's a whole Raikage. Doing this for the shittiest Akatsuki member is crazy. But I'm getting too far ahead. Let me go back to Killer B, because despite Sasuke
Damn.
attacking this man with his squad, there was 2 times this man would have met his clan. 2. So after whooping everyone else,
Damn.
Sasuke had to come in 1v1, but he was no match. Killer B whips out the 7 sword style and cooked him so bad that it put so many holes in him. Came out that fight looking like SpongeBob.
Damn.
If it weren't for Karen, he would
he
literally
would've died
be gone.
being a villain.
But then after that,
Counter
he gets
one.
outplayed again. 'Cause later on in the fight, he tries hitting Killer B with the Genjutsu, but he pretends to sleep on the floor, and he gives bro a lair, which completely
Damn.
opens a hole in his chest, and he has to get caught by
Fuck.
Jugo. And my question is,
Count
how
number
the hell
2.
is this man breathing right now?
Right?
Now in the anime, you see a black hole in his chest. And this is really just to censor it all, because
Oh.
in the manga, This is what this shit looks like.
Yo!
Which makes you question even more how he didn't just instantly die.
Damn!
Like, look at him on the floor just breathing regular oxygen. You should be gargling up blood and suffocating him and just dying. Like, I don't know what else to say. He should be instantly gone after this. But again, he was saved. So that's 2 times he would have been gone. But now, let's go back to the Kage Summit. Like I said, the Raikage is straight up crazy. He literally gets his arm caught in infinite flames and goes back in for another attack just to end one man's life, who at this point in the story is not worth losing a whole Kage over.
Yo.
If he followed through, they both would have been off the earth. And Gaara knew that because he stops the whole exchange and starts trying to talk Sasuke down, trying the Naruto method of talk no jutsu. But he fucked up, talking about some, we have the same eyes. We both viewed the world with hatred. Even though he obviously didn't mean it in a literal sense, the last thing you want to do is tell a Uchiha with the Mangekyo that you got the same eyes.
I beg your pardon?
Bro, they are not trying to hear that shit, so it obviously doesn't work. He's gonna be able to escape and then pull up to the rest of the Kages and Danzo's bitch ass. But Sasuke was the first to get attacked.
Yep, it's a whole lot of big,
leading us to another time he would have died. Mai and Chojuro are gonna fight him, and with ease, he's gonna get sent into the hallway, and then Mai is gonna seal the walls with lava trapping them both inside. She's going to use a vapor style technique to cause corrosive mist to spread throughout this room. Shit was so strong that it was causing his Susanoo to melt. And Sasuke tries to fight back, but he done spammed his eye ability too much. So the next time he tried attacking, he was looking like Itachi Jr., falling to his knees and coughing and shit. This shit was actually over. Look at this man's arm. He was in that bitch disintegrated. But guess what? To no one's surprise, he was able to survive.
That's
because
crazy.
Zetsu's gonna come in, and he gets bailed out again. He was able to steal their chakra and then goes back and transfers it over to Sasuke, restoring all his chakra and allowing him to get out of there. And now, time for his third bailout on this same day. Anoki's gonna be like, alright, it's time for me to step in. Gets out of Zetsu's hold, and literally all he does is levitate right in front of him, hits him with this Gramps-ass line,
"Get ready to be schooled."
and busts out one move, hits him with the particle atomic dismantling jutsu, and he really should just be gone after this. Like, there was actually nothing he could do, but Toby is gonna come in and save his life. And that right there is a total of 5 times he would have died. But let me go on to point number 2. He still ended up moving like a hero for real. Like, if we're being honest, he's really not good at being bad. Look at what he was out there doing for the most part. For a good portion of Shippuden, he was hunting down Itachi, who at the end of the day did terrible things, that evil piece of shit. And no, I'm not trying to hear from Itachi's lawyers today. Save it. It's 2026, so we are no longer glazing Danzo's greatest soldier. But let me get back on track. For his evil tenure, he really wasn't that bad. For starters, he tried to eliminate one of the Leaf's greatest threats, Orochimaru. And even though he didn't actually end up getting rid of him, after this exchange, he just stopped being a threat for real. So we'll take that as a win. And while he was learning under Orochimaru, he refused to murk people. Look at this scene right here. I know it looks like bad PR, but he ends up saying this.
"You defeated them all without one fatal blow. You are still naive."
And then Sasuke tells Orochimaru to shut his bitch ass up, and then turns around the ore farm. I've never seen some shit like this.
1.5
and survived the fight against Deidara. Made that man Deidara blow himself up and narrowly escaped. Now it's not all good, because yes, he did join the Akatsuki, but was he really helping for real? From what I remember, he was really a net negative, straight DeAndre D. Mans get sent on a mission to get B, and he didn't even succeed. Not to mention, by this time, he took out 2 Akatsuki members, Deidara and Itachi. Him being so shitty as a villain made it the worst signing ever. Dudes heard Sasuke joining the Akatsuki and said, ooh, shit like signing Bradley Bill to your secret team. Yeah, bro, we not move. Like, he was really in that bitch trolling. I still remember when Pain got alked and the news spread that Naruto was responsible, and he was in there smirking like this. Look at this, that's my boy ass grin. Yeah, you're not serious. But moving on from that, we gotta mention one of his greatest takedowns. The elimination of Danzo. Now, if you know anything about Danzo, you knew he had to go. This man was single-handedly holding the leaf back. From ordering a clan wipe to trying to end the third, to trying to use a genjutsu at the Kage Summit, to leaking that Naruto's the Nine Tails, causing him to get bullied. The list is endless, but Sasuke handled that. Went out there and took him down too. This shit alone already put Sasuke ahead of Itachi for who did more for the leaf, if we being real. But y'all not ready for that combo. And his heroic acts don't stop there, because we're gonna move on to the 4th Great Ninja War and talk about his contribution there. So starting off, him and Itachi, who's trying to boost his PR, team up and take down Kabuto.
Ooh, got his ass.
Which was nothing but critical for winning the war. He was the caster of the Edo Tensei. They take him out, and 99% of the army goes with him. Then, when he found out it wasn't enough, he pulled up to the war, helped with Madara, and he also helped take down the final boss, Kaguya. And shit, what can I say to that? And for my final example, the final valley. While he did try to off Naruto, we gotta be honest, what type of real ass villain would tie with their op and dead ass just drop their whole plan? Megatron not doing that, but Sasuke, he real life switched up, became a good person, turned a new leaf. And honestly, it was for the better, because as a hero, the drip instantly improved. Man, stop putting all that energy into being a villain and stop.
Yo. Yo, that I don't know how many people found that joke to be funny, but or if they found it to be corny, but I respect that, even with just like the slight pause in the mix. Like he's just like, he turned a new leaf. Yo, that is wild. I do respect it though. Oh man, I just had to point that out, but continuing on.
Started putting shit on. He out there looking like Piccolo.
Damn.
Even going as far as to rocking the turban. Like, look at the full fit. You not convincing me this not clean. Dude put on the poncho and now all you want to do is just stare at things.
Yo,
but on top of the
just
drip,
trying to
he
aura
literally
farm.
just started moving like Batman after the war. Out there traveling, just doing straight solo missions, and came back to the village when they needed help the most. Look at this scene right here. A meteor's gonna come soaring down to the leaf, and Kakashi just staring up like, yep, it's GG. But Sasuke's gonna pull up with the Chidori and he decimates. And after that, he's gonna tell Kakashi that if Naruto isn't there, he's gonna be the one to save the village, and then dips out. Tell me that's not tough. And when Naruto needs
Definitely
a duo,
on some
he
aura
comes in and
farming
they
type
fuck
of
shit
time.
up like this. It's for real the best place.
Damn!
This is just where he belongs. But anyways, let's move on.
Then Vegeta.
No, I know back in the Blue Arc when Vegeta was 39 with wife and kids, he was out there talking about some, I just didn't care anymore. I want to be evil. That shit really had me taken aback. Because why would you want to go back to that? What has that shit really gained you? You were a whole ass bitch, if we're being honest. Not only did Frieza boom your planet,
I mean,
he had
basically,
you sitting there taking his orders to capture and sell planets. And based off the power level you had, when you pulled up to Earth, you were buns. If we're being honest. Like, this man was 30 years old and all he could show for it was being the same power level as Queen. Multiple decades of villainry just for that? Come on, bro. But let's really go back to see what you actually did. So, not only did you pull up with Nappa and had Nappa do a 1v6, in this run, he was able to get 3 Z fighters killed. And we already know what happened to Yamcha's weak ass. Died to a Cyberman. Goku comes in, makes quick work of Nappa, and tosses him right to you. And tell me, what type of IQ are you running around with to go and take the hand of your day one, toss him up in the air, just to go on to charge up, fire a beam at him, and boom him? Talking about some, yeah, I don't need him anyways. Just to end up losing. He had it in the bag until Yajirobe came in and cut his tail off. He had no one to watch his back. And then you want to hop on Twitter talking about some, no, they really jumped my ass, and fly home. And if it weren't for Goku, he would be buried right on Earth. Krillin was ready to send him to hell, but Goku wanted to fight him again. So they let him live. So not only are you a bitch, you're not even a good one. You're out here playing easy ass missions. And then on Namek, you go back to just blasting innocent civilians. This cannot be the glory days you was glazing. Going out there and fighting dudes who can't fight back for a man who blew up your planet. Don't piss me off. And now if you look at Vegeta, the second he switched sides, his life just gets so much better. And if you really just ignore every time he loses, because he'd be losing as a villain or a hero anyways, within a couple of years of being a good guy, he gets himself a billionaire wife, stole that shit from Yamcha, and most importantly, at the age of like 33 or however old he was, my son gets Super Saiyan, his dream. There ain't no day in Frieza's shitty army where he could ever be this happy. Look at him, he having the time of his life. And he was out there fighting real comp At one point, he was putting Belt to Cell. Could have put him to rest if he wanted to.
Yep.
Then going all the way to Daima, he gets Super Saiyan 3 and starts putting Belt to Goma. And against Frieza, this man was able to put bro on all fours. Son is not getting this far as a villain.
Nope.
Frieza was so mad that he had to boom the whole planet before he lost. So not only are you getting significantly stronger every arc, you tacking on new transformations, and you eventually get to hang with Beerus and Whis, and you cooking up now. That's all you probably really needed. Frieza wasn't teaching you shit. He said it himself, he never trained before that. Like his problem could have really just been shit mentors. When you fought Goku, you learned under Roshi and Kenkai. They got him right. He was in there putting in pain. But yeah, honestly, hanging up for good this time. No need to be a villain. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for 775K. We moving.
775K? I know he'll definitely get to 1 million that much sooner than he thinks. I've definitely got full-on faith involving that for Codenamesuper. But oh, yo, this video was definitely hella fucking enjoyable. And most definitely hilarious as well, too. Oh, man. Damn, yo. That's crazy. Vegeta's villainy definitely did not... Well, actually, hold on. No, let me stop that. No, his villainy definitely did not last long. Harry Osborn in the Sam Raimi verse, yo, because he ended up getting reverse rage baited by Bully Maguire. And honestly, just the way that Bully Maguire had ended up just ending that fight between them both, that shit was kind of aura-farming to a degree. It was like, oh, the bomb flew past me, whoop! I'm gonna just web that and wham! Throw that right back and just walks off, no given. But that's crazy. Sasuke tried to be a villain and he got bailed out at least 5 different times from certain death, yo. Insane. But at the least, after they stopped their villainous ways, as in Harry Osborn, Sasuke, and Vegeta, of course, they started, you know, leveling up a good lot for, you know, the hero arcs for themselves. Even though for Harry Osborn, it was a short-lived hero bit. Oh, man. But overall, this video was definitely hilarious and hella enjoyable from Codenamesuper. So definitely great, amazing stuff to Codenamesuper for this one, yo. Oh, man. The fact he started off with a, oh, no! Definitely flipped the entire script up, but I mean, it should have made sense to me at that point because of the concept of the title of this video, so yeah. But definitely great, amazing stuff to Codenamesuper for this one. Oh, yo. Yeah, they definitely sucked at being villains, and they were much better off at being heroes. But either way, I hope y'all, the audience, have enjoyed my reactions to this video from Codenamesuper, and if y'all have, of course, you know, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below, so we're getting things lively and poppin' and interesting in the comment section. Like what you found to be funniest, what references I might have missed, which of these 3 characters that were mentioned you felt to be the sorriest of, of villains, or anything else in general. So again, we are getting things lively and poppin' and interesting in the comment section and all that good stuff. But either way, I'm going to switch over back to the regular webcam real quick for y'all folks. There we go, folks. Once again, I hope y'all, the audience, have enjoyed my reactions to this video from Codenamesuper, and also, again as well too, great amazing stuff to Codenamesuper for this video as well. But either way, I am at the end point here, so there's that. And if y'all have gotten this far, I do greatly appreciate that, as basically, I'm finna bounce. So there's that. And if y'all like this kind of content on my reaction channel, of course, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below, share my content around, because of course that does help with the algorithm. And if y'all have not already yet, of course, please be sure to smack that subscribe button and the bell button so then y'all know when it is that I am uploading new content onto my reaction channel. And the support is always very much so greatly appreciated thus far and going forward. Y'all are amazingly awesome, folks. And as well too, if y'all want to get some extra benefits while supporting me a little bit further, y'all can go about and check out my YouTube memberships by pressing that join button down below. Y'all can either join the Shoutouts tier or the Early Access tier, whatever floats your boat on that notion. And if y'all want even more benefits compared to just being a YouTube member, y'all can also go about and check out my Patreon, in which the link to my Patreon is in the description below. If you want to check that out and all that good stuff. But either way, I am at the end point here, so again, there's that, and I hope y'all, the audience, have a wonderful rest of your day, and until the next reaction video that I upload for y'all, peace out, folks. Now for the vocal shoutouts. Shoutouts to Preston G. Thank you again for becoming a member of my Patreon. The support and patronage is greatly appreciated thus far and going forward. You are amazingly awesome.